Good morning. I am out here in our warehouse side yard, and I am finally going to weed these mounds back here behind me, and I may cut back some of the hedging that's along the fence a little bit because I want to come into this area with some dahlia seeds and some sunflower seeds, at least on the side that I'm looking at over here that also needs to be weeded. And I have aloe and agaves that my dad brought to me, and I want to plant them at the entrance to this area. And it's still going to look a mess because we have these giant wood piles out here, but those are really important. They're part of our weed discouragement program. We can never defeat these weeds. They're actually, some of them are quite pretty. The mustard is the yellow flower behind me, and the purple and white flower are the wild radish. So some of them are really pretty, and I don't really mind them. They fill up an area if I haven't made plans for it, but I do have plans for this area, so it's time to weed it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to go get my gloves and my weed basket and my weeder and start getting to work here. Here's an example. I have a protea planted here that I really like. I have a oak leaf hydrangea back in there, but you can't see really either one of them because of the prickly lettuce and the mustard and the radish and all kinds of other weeds that are coming up in here. I do have some sage planted over there that you can't see, and there's a tree in there. And there's another grevillea over here, and there's some catmint in here. So it's become just a shmoo. I know behind in there I have some natives that my mom brought me. They're a currant, different type of currant than I have in the woods over there. And so it's time. And then I will plant these aloes in this area and more of the aloes over here. So it's going to be, I'm going to just wade into there, stomp and stomp my cane so I don't get bitten by a snake. So wish me luck. This side isn't quite as bad. I am going to plant these aloes and agaves along here, and then I'm going to run some irrigation lines along the side of the building and do some sunflowers and some dahlias. But I need to clean out most of these weeds that are along here. I'll probably leave the poppies. I may leave some of the radishes because they're pretty, the white and purple flowers. But I want to get rid of the dandelion, the prickly lettuce, just to clean it out over here. And this is a loquat tree. It's our first year with it. It's probably a 3-year-old tree, but it's our first year with it, so it's looking like it's doing pretty well here. They get huge. That'll be, as tall as the building here soon enough. And it's going to shade out. These fruit trees are going to end up shading out the wall of the building. So this is my year to plant things like sunflowers and dahlias along the side. I may or may not get to weeding this area back here behind the trampoline. I've done little spot weeding because I did plant some zinnia seeds in a few spots, but back through here it's quite a mess. And this passion fruit really needs to be cut back. It's climbing up into the tree, and it doesn't do well. It needs airflow, or else you will get fungus on your fruit, and that makes it, kind of unappetizing, but it's really only on the outside. So this really needs a haircut. And I may or may not get to that today. We'll see. Goodness, look, it's coming all the way off the fence over to the trampoline. Be careful where you plant passion fruit. Just be careful. This is one plant. One plant. And this is, what, 30 feet of fence? And it'll keep going. So I have one on this side and one on the other side of the little sport court here, and it's more than enough. It's more passion fruit than we can eat out of one plant. Well, I'm gonna stop there for the day. This is a lot more work than I thought it was gonna be. Silly, thought I could have one weed bin and I could get it all in. Look, okay, I have this pile. I have a gigantic pile back there. Gigantic pile right there. That's full. Another pile right there. And I'm making a pile back there in the shade that you can't even see from here. But I have uncovered all the plants on this side, so that's great. There's an oak leaf hydrangea right in there that needs sun and to have its own space to grow, so everybody over here should be a lot happier. This is a sapote tree. It's almost my height now, so that's good. I had to cut out these gigantic mallow plants that we had. There was one there, and one right over here. I had to actually cut them out with a saw because they were so huge and I couldn't pull them. And I trimmed back the privet hedge. And that is a ironwood, some sort of an ironwood. I have 2 of those. And I actually have ceanothus back in there, but you can't see it because of all the weeds. So there's yet another pile. I'm starting right here. Yet another pile. This pile. So I've uncovered the things that I want to. That's Australian peppermint, I think it's called, but it's the purple one. I have catmint out here. I am leaving a few of the mustard because it's pretty. More catmint. I know under this catmint over there I have another one of these grevilleas it has a red flower. That's not flowering right now. I know I have another one over there. And I just started to get to this section over here, and I uncovered another one of the oak leaf hydrangeas, and it really looks like I've got a gopher digging around in this area, and another of the oak leaf hydrangeas. So I do need to get in that way. The pink flags are a currant, different kind of currant, and so I need to plow in that direction. I deep in there, I see a pink flag, and then I uncovered this one. So still more work to do to dig out of this side, but the prickly lettuce is almost all gone. It looks like maybe 3 more patches of that in there, and I might leave some of the mustard, we'll see. But I think the poppies will come and take over pretty quick if I take it out. So we'll pick it back up again tomorrow. Well, I am back for more, day 2 of weeding this area, and I just really want to get it clear enough that I can plant my agaves and aloes. And it's really pretty sometimes. It's hard to pull these weeds because they're not ugly weeds, but they're going to come back. So it'll be okay. So anyway, I'm going to continue on this area I was working on yesterday here right behind me, and then get to this area along the building. I'm not going to pull poppies. We leave the poppies. And I really want to be able to run 2 more irrigation lines, or maybe 3 even, along this whole side run here, and maybe a couple more lines in this berm and in the other berm on the other side that I did yesterday, so that I can plant some sunflowers and dahlias. So, back to work here. So I think hopefully the microphone's working. I'm going to plant some of the aloes. I still need to pull a few more weeds I see, but we're getting there.